Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Welcome to the first live show.
Yeah, hopefully time ever coming in the flesh.
Yeah, it happened to work out. Listen, we're here in my typical recording studio, which is my fiance's office. We got Evan in Charlotte for the game this week. He's going down to personally guarantee a Gamecock victory at home. We're relying on you, Ev. We're really relying on you.
Listen, I 0-2 last time I was there, and I'm due for a win. Last year I drove 6.5 hours through the night after staying sober through a wedding to watch us lose to LSU, and then got us absolutely abysmally dominated by Ole Miss. If the football gods are looking out for me, I'm due for a win, and I'm due for a good win. And that's what this is going to be, a trajectory change. Hopefully Mike Shula is not calling the plays. But we'll get to that a little bit later in our Gamecock preview. But excited to kick off. I mean, we got, I think, a really good college football slate, specifically in the SEC. I think the SEC has a phenomenal slate this weekend. NFL slate's a little bit interesting this weekend.
A lot of hungry dogs.
Some bye weeks. The first real week where I felt, especially my fantasy team, is really hurting with the bye weeks.
Well, there's 6 teams on bye this week. And they're teams with a lot of players. Lions, Rams, Seattle. Even Jacksonville has some offensive players that people have, so you feel it more on fantasy for sure, especially last week was only 2.
I feel like injuries are also kind of playing a role this time of season.
Piling up too. Yeah. We touched on it a little bit in the review show. Jaden Daniels has been killing me all year in injuries. My quarterback room is just really hurt. I mean, I drafted Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels in one league.
How did you get both in one league?
I mean, it was a thought process of, I'll trade once one of them starts doing well, and Joe Burrow week 1 pretty much IR. So it's...
How long is Jaden out?
Probably, I think it's week to week, but I think he's out this week, right?
He is out this week. I mean, he's listed as doubtful, but I mean, I saw ESPN, they're saying he's out. So, what do you do with that?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, but Bryce Young's got a little, not in the boot. I'm sure we'll get to that later in the show. But
yeah. One other piece of business, though, to get to, and shame on us, Ev, because we did not mention this with scheduling conflicts. Happy belated, Shazman.
Oh,
you joined the 31 Club.
Cheers.
You're happy.
Another cheers.
Happy
Reggie Miller yet?
Reggie Miller yet.
Yeah.
I'm glad I am not 30 yet. Still got that 2 in front of the number.
Charlie and I are 30 either.
So
We're past that point.
But yeah, so shame on us for forgetting, but happy belated birthday nonetheless. But with that said, we've got a big slate. We'll kick off with our normal preview show. So different from the review, obviously, if you're new. Going to be going through our top favorite games and whatnot. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
Ev, you want to kick us off with your first favorite game?
Yeah. It's a game that really rubs me the wrong way, and it's Ole Miss, Oklahoma. It's just 2 schools. One, I just despise for their ability to tell me the Grove's a great place to go play football.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I think they're a really good football team. I'm going to say that here right now.
Really?
I think they're a top echelon team in the SEC this year. I think they lost a tough game to a really striving Georgia team. And we're going to get into that a little bit later when I talk about my favorite dogs. But playing Oklahoma, who I think is going to play a little bit too cocky after coming off playing a game where, listen, they outplayed South Carolina. They absolutely
outplayed. They're a better team.
They were the better team on the field, but I think a large part of that was they were better coached. If Dylan Stewart doesn't get injured and we have anybody remotely competent calling offensive plays, it's a different football game. The atmosphere in that stadium was incredible last weekend. I don't want to take anything away from the South Carolina fans. And I'm expecting the same thing from them this weekend. So, this is a game where I love Ole Miss and, preludes my favorite dog. But I think it's going to be a really good game. Listen, Norman is a great place. It's a great atmosphere. I think they might be a little bit too hospitable to the Ole Miss Rebels. And I think they're going to walk in there. Because they are too hospitable to me in the South Carolina, I think it's going to be the same situation. I just don't think they're going to be as rude and disrespectful as they should be to Ole Miss. They're not going to give them Ole Miss SEC culture, and it's going to come back to bite them in the ass. That's my take on the game. And I love John Mateer, but I love John Mateer to throw 2 picks.
Okay. This is one of those games I'm staying away from. I don't know how I feel about it. Both these teams, I think, could blow the other team out or get blown out. Obviously, it works both ways. The Norman vibe, to your point, we were there last year for the game, and even pregame they were too nice. They don't have, since they're so new to the SEC, they don't have that hate built up yet, I don't think. I do lean Oklahoma here, though, but I'm probably going to stay away on this game.
I think I gotta lean on Evan's side on this one. I mean, maybe I need to change my dog as well. I'm gonna take another look, but I think Lane Kiffin's in his bag right now. I'm not sure if you guys also saw that press conference he had, just dogging on the reporter for basically making something up. He had to call a meeting. Got clips of him going over to the LSU sideline pre-match. I just think he's kind of a character right now.
Yeah.
Ole Miss just doesn't seem like slowing down. I think you got really tough matchup last week. I think they could have easily won that game. The spread doesn't make much sense to me. I'll be honest.
See, my biggest thing too is Ole Miss has played consistently throughout the year. I think they've had a little bit of letdowns against lesser opponents, which I think tends to happen. But when they've been in a big matchup, they've shown up to the fight immediately. I can't say the same for Oklahoma. I will say, listen, John Mateer's come back from an injury, all that stuff. Maybe the playbook's a little bit diluted, but I just really like Ole Miss in this spot. I just don't think Oklahoma has a good enough defense to get it done.
It's that Texas loss that's kind of sitting in the back of my mind.
It is. It's lingering there, and Texas is a bad football
I don't
team.
think they're that good.
They're not good.
Yeah, we'll get to them. Dude, again, I don't know. I appreciate what you said about Norman. I appreciate what you said about the Grove, because the Grove stinks. The Grove is such an overrated piece. We did not talk about this on the review show, but did you see the clip of Lane Kiffin mid-game trolling Kirby Smart with the timeout clap?
No,
Unbelievable.
Lane Kiffin
It was a mid-game troll where he's going to the ref doing a fake clap. It was one of the funny, Lane Kiffin, he's Jose Marie. Whatever he does in the offseason, whether he stays at Ole Miss, it's going to be a funny story. Whether he says fuck off or fucks off and goes to Florida, that's going to be hilarious. This guy's walking content machine. He's incredible.
Listen, and his daughter's very for the eyes, too. So I just want to throw it out there. Stuart Weeks of LSU, probably his biggest accomplishment.
Yeah, I hope they're still going strong. I hope they're still going strong.
But enough on this game, Chuck. What's your first pick?
Yeah, got this one circled for this week, but it's going to be Missouri, Vandy.
Yeah.
Missouri's going into Vanderbilt. This is a massive game for both programs. Missouri's 15th in the nation. Vandy coming off a huge win at home versus LSU, and I gotta say, I think Vanderbilt's probably going to pull this one out in my eyes.
I absolutely agree. I think Vanderbilt should pull this out, and I think here's the reason they're not gonna.
Okay.
In what world did we decide that Vanderbilt ever deserved game day? With that stadium, with that fan base, I'm out. I'm out.
The new
I'm
stadium looks good.
I'm out. I'm out. They don't deserve game day. That stadium's a piece of shit. They don't deserve to be in the SEC. Stick to baseball. I'm out. I fucking hate that Vanderbilt is there. I hate Missouri, so I won't bet on Missouri. I'm abstaining from this game. I despise that Vanderbilt got tailgate. I promise you that Vanderbilt game day tailgate is going to be the worst crowd of all time for this reason. It's going to be a rainbow of colors. It's just going to be people from all around the country flying in to go to Nashville and hang out on Broadway. They're not even going to go to the game. They just want to do something early in the morning. And I respect that. That's an awesome way to talk about a bachelorette weekend. Cool. Go meet a great college guy she and her husband with. Love that for you. But I'm out. Game day should never be at Vanderbilt.
This is the first time game day's been in Nashville since 2008.
And there's a reason why.
James Franklin. Set up on Broadway.
Yeah.
The bars would make so much
They should
less
just
money.
shut down that street, and I'd be so much more bought in. Don't bring it by that campus. That's a disgrace to game day. Disgrace to ESPN. ESPN actually, it kind of makes a smart move about ESPN. For the one time ESPN has a chance to do something cool, they don't.
Pat McAfee on Broadway. Could you imagine?
It's just, it was written in the stars, set it up the right way.
Yeah.
You blew it.
I hear you. That said, I'm taking Vandy in this game, and I think Vandy is going to win. Listen, it's college football. It's not real football. It's a different kind of football. But Vandy's good at this brand of football. They've got good players outside of Pavia, and they're kind of, if they weren't in the SEC and they didn't have this weird like fuck South Carolina thing before the season and like then proceeded to drum us at home. Everywhere else in the country, they're like they love this Vanderbilt team.
Yeah.
It's just we're too close to it. Like I think it's a fun story. I feel the exact opposite way about Georgia Tech, who we will get to.
I think you nailed it. Like going into this season, I mean, first of all, if you would have told me Vanderbilt has a chance to go 7-1, I probably would have laughed in your face. But I thought that this would be a team just leaning completely on Pavia, and they've shown quite the opposite.
I will say though, Pavia is that guy.
Yeah,
he is that guy. If you're not bought into Diego Pavia yet, you have one, never watched him play,
it's too late.
And two, go fuck yourself.
It's too late. I heard this definitely was a clickbait rumor, but I heard that he was already trying to put in his paperwork to reclass. A 27-year-old. So like that's one of those things. Like,
wait, he wouldn't be 27.
I have no idea.
I mean, he might be.
Yeah.
Let's get Diego Pavia. Let's get an age check on that
it's
guy.
One of those things that I read, and I was like, "There's 12? No chance that I'm gonna correct this. Like, I don't want to know. If this is a lie, I don't want to know. I want to believe this."
Let's take it over to you.
I'm just gonna take the layup here with the last of the big time SEC games, and that's A&M at LSU. This is one of those this is why the college football slate to me was so much. What's up?
He will be 25 years old age if he comes back next year. He just turned 24.
You went too far.
Same thing. Yeah, this is why the college football slate for me when I was putting my notes together was so much easier than the NFL. Because there's no stinky lines that stick out to me in the NFL besides maybe one. Whereas everything that I've watched this far in college football tells me that I know Death Valley at night is a tough place to play, but A&M is 3 points. Is more than 3 points better at football than LSU. At least this year, 2025 college football season. Everything about this line is begging me to take LSU because common sense and literal just eye test tells you A&M's going to kill them. LSU for that reason, I don't know. It's Death Valley at home, and I know that contradicts everything I just said, but it's Death Valley at night.
At night. I was just about to say.
So I've bought in for LSU for a couple different reasons. One,
hammer A&M, people. Hammer A&M.
LSU needs to beat Texas A&M here. They have to win. And listen, for my wallet's sake,
yeah, for the price of our tickets.
I'm going to the Alabama game this weekend. My tickets are about to be $260 a pop to walk into that stadium as of about noon last weekend. I paid $242 for two. So that's what you need to say. I need LSU to win this game big. So that way I can go to Texas A&M and not have to sell a kidney or two to get in. So I'm all over LSU in this game. One, because I just think Texas A&M is due for a lapse game. I don't trust, and for whatever reason, they don't play well against LSU. Yeah. I don't know what, I feel like they always play down.
Number a little bit.
It's one of those teams that kind of jokes. We are usually as well to Texas A&M, specifically when they come to South Carolina.
Right.
I just don't think they travel well against certain teams, against the SEC, and I just love LSU here. So if I was watching this podcast, I would take Texas A&M and the points, but I am taking LSU.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man, that A&M is a really, really good football team. Mike Elko's a really good football coach. It's just everything I've watched about A&M tells me that they're due for a loss, and just the greater script of college football this year, they're just due for a loss. Mm-hmm. In a spot where LSU looks like a battered team.
Mm-hmm.
I like that, a battered team. Well, if someone needs to get a graphic of us all picking LSU, because if this wasn't your sign to pick A&M, all three of us are on LSU. I'm also throwing my hat in the ring, and this goes back to what I was saying on our recap of last week, and you guys mentioned this as well. It's a must win. It's a must win for LSU. I feel like this just goes with my kind of trends of teams with their back against the wall. They lose this game. I mean, they go 5-3. I think you nailed it with A&M. They're kind of due after a few games. And LSU has had good losses, right? I mean, what did they lose to Miami?
They lost to they lost to Vandy last week at Vandy,
yep.
but like they never really looked competitive in that game. They lost to Ole Miss as well.
Ole Miss, that's who it
But
was.
who we just spent time talking about. We think Ole Miss is good. I mean, and I think Vandy's good. So it's not LSU's losses that worry me per se. It's the general way LSU has played all season. They just haven't looked good in any game.
No.
Like, you know what I mean?
Especially when you look back at the Clemson game as well.
Exactly. And like even against us,
Like their best game, it's like we
played that game close in Death Valley.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love a home dog at night.
I do too.
I mean, in the SEC.
Yeah.
Can make people know.
I'll kick it back this way. This game, I think some people might be sleeping on. I could also be ignorant to the fact because it's a big game. But give me USF at Memphis. This game is massive for the Group of 5 automatic bid. Both teams, I think, are coming in at 5-1. Memphis or 6-1, whatever,
I think
something in one. Memphis just lost their first game this season last week to UAB, who's dog shit. 1 week off of firing Trent Dilfer, who was dog shit. It's at Memphis. I think this is where that 3-loss Power 4 versus G5 1-loss team is going to start to take shape. I think.
I love South Florida. I think it's also interesting they lost to Miami, blown out, and everyone just kind of forgot about them. And now you see them here sitting at 6-1. They could make a run for the playoffs, honestly. And I feel like
either of these teams could make a run for the playoffs.
Memphis, you think?
I mean, yeah, Memphis played well.
So here's my thing.
Last week, of course.
I think USF actually has a real chance in the playoffs.
They're 18th right now.
A chance to make the playoffs or like compete in the playoffs.
Make the playoffs.
Make the playoffs, but I also think they could sneakily get a win. I don't see that out of Memphis. USF here. I love USF, and primarily because they fucked me so hard at the beginning of the year. I'm just bought into USF. I'm bought into USF. I'm bought into that culture. And that's kind of like when they're playing ball. They play a little cocky, and I love that. Especially when they're winning. Like I feel like USF's a team once they take a touchdown, maybe a 2-score lead, they just start blowing out teams and they don't let anybody back.
Yeah.
Which I love in a Power 5 team when that can easily happen.
They're often so fun to watch.
Exactly. Like they're explosive and quick. And when you're playing a team like Memphis, who listen is a good football team, but at the end of the day, once you get down a few scores, do you have that heart in you? Like you're not really competing. Like I just don't see it, so I love USF here. But I do think it's an exciting game because, Boone, to your point, Memphis is a good team. They've shown flashes of greatness.
Let me just read you the American right now. The American Conference for the G5 conferences as a whole. This is the top of the American Conference in order from first to wherever I finish. Navy 6-0, South Florida 6-1, Tulane 6-1, Memphis 6-1, North Texas 6-1. That's 5 teams in a mid-major conference that all theoretically have played one of the Power 4s in their second or third game of the season that are all 6-1 or better. So that's going to be an interesting finish on that game. I lean Memphis here. I got screwed on South Florida a couple weeks ago in one of the most exciting games I've ever watched, but just from an offensive perspective. But I lean 5.5.
5, yeah.
5.5 South.
You like Memphis outright? We'll get to that. My bad.
Chuck, what's your second game?
All right, we're gonna take it over to the Mormon Kingdom.
Oh, good call.
Which I learned actually on our show yesterday. There's a big difference between, or maybe not a big difference, but there is a difference between Utah and BYU.
Oh yeah.
BYU has a chance to go 8-0 versus Iowa State. Now they are going away from home, but I love BYU in this spot. I've seen them play 3 games, honestly,
right.
But I just think they're a good team. They really showed me a lot versus Utah in that game. Man, it's another team where if you would have told me BYU has a chance to go 8-0, I probably would have.
So
maybe not laughed, but scoffed at you.
I mean, they were really good last year.
Here's the great thing about BYU. Unlike a lot of other teams that are 8-0, you can have that lackadaisical game.
Yeah.
BYU doesn't, because they just keep building up pressure. They keep building up pressure because they don't have any way to get rid of it. They don't have a girlfriend to go home to. They don't have an alcoholic bar to go to. It's just still all up there. Yeah. It's just still all sit there. I don't know what their dreams look like. I really don't want to know. I really, And for that reason, I love BYU here. Love BYU. I would. any other team, I'm taking Iowa State here, but I love BYU here. And Iowa State has not looked good. They just seem to play themselves out of football games.
Yeah, Kalani Sitake and the BYU team they're fun to watch. Bear Bachmeier wearing a fullback number is incredible. But this is another one of those trappy lines that maybe I'm not sharp because I'm just taking bait so easily. Give me Iowa State. I'm gonna take money line here. I'm gonna take money line here, but give me Iowa State. Iowa State needs this game more than BYU does. BYU is coming off an emotional win last week. Classic letdown spot against a team that's reeling. I like Iowa State here.
Boon's the people you wish were born a tuna. So you can just cast out your rod and just catch the home run catch. Sure. Like, you throw him a shitty line.
Yeah.
I'm in. Just hook, line, and sinker. Yeah. That's how you're going.
Everything is like, what do I want them to think?
Yeah.
Or what do they want me to think? No, but it's really just this game and the LSU game. Those are the two that the rat. I also am still high on Iowa State and Rocco Becht. I think they're a good team. I think Matt Campbell's a good coach. I don't think he'll be at Iowa State next year type of coach, especially given Florida's open. Penn State's open. Florida State's probably going to be open.
Yeah, Dolphins should be open.
Auburn's probably going to be open. Dolphins will probably be open. It's just a lot of... Regardless.
Hey, well, that's a great transition to Auburn. Listen, we've talked about this ad nauseum. Arkansas, Auburn. Listen, I want Jackson Arnold to throw for... If you have an over line on Jackson Arnold this weekend, if it's below 450... I would recommend you take the over. I think he puts a 500-yard performance up against Arkansas.
I just don't think that they're coached the way to do that.
Here's the thing. I think they just say, let Jackson Arnold play football, and I think it's going to be absurd. I think you are going to see our first 100-point football game of the season. I'm not sure we've had any already. Predicting a 100-point ball game in this game.
Well, South Florida, North Texas was 99.
There we go. I think this game is going to be absurd.
Yeah.
You should tune in, and I don't want to know what the final stat lines are. All I'm saying is Patrick Mahomes and Baker Mayfield might want to get in contact because their record might be broken.
So you want to hear
a Madden game.
You want to hear a crazy stat? It's not even a crazy stat, just a crazy fact, I guess. The over's 56.5.
Yeah. So that if you have an opportunity to double that, I'd recommend hammering it.
Yeah, I'm don't get me wrong. Listen, that's one of the trends.
We've seen 100 points.
It's one of the trends we've been watching on this show. It's Arkansas over, and we'll get to that. But I'm gonna take this over straight up. I'm gonna take this over at 65. I'm gonna take this over at 70. I'm gonna do it as a classic parlay or a classic prop ladder, but on the over. This is gonna have so many points, and I also love Arkansas.
I also might do the reverse hedge in this game, where at the end of the first quarter, the over goes to over 65. Hammer it again. The over goes to over 75 at halftime. Hammer it again. Into the third quarter, it's over 80. I'm going to hammer that again. And just keep seeing how much I can make.
Yeah, that's what I did for South Florida. Texas.
Like, this is one of those games I might just keep looking at the over. Yeah. As it rises, I'm going to keep hammering it.
Yeah, it was an exciting run, don't get me wrong. I do like Arkansas. I'm going to buy the half point down to 3, though.
I will not be betting this game anywhere remotely close to either of those teams.
It's going to be a shootout for sure.
I'm gonna bet the total and Arkansas.
And let me take this back around here. A team I think that they're going to put on an absolutely abysmal performance.
I like the way you say abysmal.
Abysmal? However you want to say
like
it.
that way better.
Abysmal. Now I fucking can't do it. I don't know what I'm talking about. So we're just going to have to figure that out.
Yeah.
Doug Challenger is like talking to me in my Boston accent. Anyways, Oklahoma State. I got to give all the props in the world to those guys. After their coach was fired, that student section has stepped
Pure
up.
entertainment.
If you have not seen the video of the one guy start getting shirtless and waving his shirt around, and the whole stadium filling up around that man. 1, I want his name, and I want him as our first guest on the podcast. 2, what a student section. They came out last weekend. I think it was some banana costumes. Yeah, there we go. Just phenomenal. Listen, here's the thing. Tortillas aside, Texas Tech is a good fucking football team, and I think they walk into that game, and they put up 70 by themselves. Love Texas Tech to cover. I want to say it's 28.5. It might even be 38.5.
It's 30-something.
I take that. I think
30.
Texas Tech just absolutely dominates this game. It's not going to be a fun game to really watch from a football standpoint. You're just going to see a lot of points from Texas Tech.
A lot of points. Dude.
How many?
36.5.
I love Texas Tech, man. Love Texas Tech. It's 36.5. I don't even. Is it? Where is it?
It's at Texas Tech.
Oh, shit. Okay. Fuck it. Love it.
It's gotta be.
Doesn't matter. I would love to have seen Oklahoma State fans react. That's okay. I just think Texas Tech has an answer. I still think they're the best team in the Big 12. I still think they have a legitimate shot about winning a playoff football game this year. But I think it's going to be just a game that's fun to watch because you're going to watch some team just get absolutely dicked on. And it's going to be fun.
This could be another one where I think you get Oregon last week as your big spread. I also
this
agree.
was just 20 points bigger than
I know, but I mean, to lose to Arizona State, they're smoking weed on the field after the coaches rubbing it in. I think they had I can't imagine what those practices must have been like this week. They got some demons.
Listen, there's nothing else to do in Lubbock but win football games, and
it's a lot of points. But hey,
I love it.
They got to get back in that top 12 though.
They do.
They got to make a statement.
What about you, Chuck? What's your last game?
Yeah, I'm very excited for this one, and that's gonna be Illinois going into Washington. I think this is another shootout. This is another kind of Arkansas over. The sitting at like 55, I think, right now. Like I said, I love both of these quarterbacks. I think Allmeier's gonna have a big game. If you watch both of these teams, they just both put up a lot of points, and I think we'll talk about our gambling corner in a little bit, but I think there's some good spots. in this one.
Yeah, I would love Illinois in this game, based on what I just saw Washington do, if it wasn't this cross-country deal with kids and the game's at 3:30 in Washington, that's going to feel like a noon game or a 1 o'clock game, whatever. The time zone factor almost is a bigger factor to me than the away game factor. If that
You
makes sense.
guys really don't like your time.
So-
the time
so-
zones.
I don't.
So here's my thing on that.
But like the Big Ten specifically, at least last year, every time that a team would go from like the Midwest to the coast, they would lose that game.
It doesn't really make sense to me though. Like,
But that was last
you're
year,
not
that was
traveling
last
by bus, you know.
This
like,
year is a lot different.
Yeah.
And every time Boone has said that, I was all over Washington in this game. Marking me down as Illinois. I love Illinois here. Boone does not know how to predict travel. He's awful at it. Look at the NFL last weekend and his Jaguars. Look at him when he wanted Oregon. Listen, even a blind
I
squirrel
bet
twice,
Indiana.
50 times.
I bet Indiana in that game.
You did call Indiana.
I bet Indiana. What are you talking about? You're
All right.
talking about just the NFL game, which I was
Listen,
wrong.
listen.
I was wrong. But the NFL, the Rams stayed on the East Coast, so the time zone thing was.
All right.
That also wasn't the reason that I picked that.
Here's
it was
the
a Puka Nakua pick.
I have my own imagination. I have my own memory. So however I remember things, that's how they happen.
Yeah,
Boone
what-
is wrong. Hammer Illinois. That's all you need to know about that bet. Love Illinois.
Listen,
But for the pocket, these are non-alcoholic. I think it'll be entertaining.
Oh
Dude,
yeah,
I
for
think
sure. It'll be entertaining.
I think it'll
for sure.
Given where the over
Yeah.
is.
Washington has to have this game.
Yeah.
On that note, give me your last game.
There's a lot that have been left that I like. I think we'll get to some of them in the categories.
I do have one I'll touch on after if you don't
There's-
get it.
I'll leave that one for you because I think I know what it is. This game's off the beaten path, and it's in a tough spot because it's at the same time as a lot of other good games. But give me North Dakota State at South Dakota State, number 1 versus number 2 in the FCS.
Is this the Dakota Bowl?
Yes, dude. Number
love
1
it.
versus number 2 in the FCS. These teams are really, really good. They don't get a lot of shine because, let me just double check on the schedule. At 8 o'clock, they're competing against... Actually, no, they've got a pretty solid opening. I mean, the 7:30 A&M and LSU, whatever. But regardless, this is a great game. Big rivalry. Number 1 versus number 2 in the FCS. I will, thanks to YouTube TV, have this on the quad box, which I'm pumped about. This game's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know any of these players. I haven't watched either of these teams. I just love North Dakota State versus South Dakota State as a rivalry, and them being 1 and 2.
Is this like
piques
North
my
and
intrigue.
South Carolina? Is this like if you win, are you the real Dakota? Or you?
Well, so it's fun. Like I think South Dakota and North Dakota, the other schools aren't very good, but it's the states. The states
Yeah.
both rock it.
I love it.
But I mean, like South Dakota State, that's where I believe Adam Vinatieri's from.
They get Dominion over there
Listen,
in Dakota.
I've never been to South Dakota. I will tell you this.
Fargo.
Fargo, North Dakota is...
Fargo. I've been
to 45 out of the 50 states. I think I'm well versed to
Hard
give
to
an
hide
opinion
money.
here.
Hard to hide.
It's the drunkest I've ever been as a human being. Fargo, North Dakota. Listen, those people know how to drink. They know how to get for a football game. They're ready for this game. And because of that, I am terrified of North Dakota. I will never bet against North Dakota. They scare me too much. It's a bad team to get a bet against. So for that reason, I'm all over North Dakota here. Yeah, and it's a great game. It's always a good game.
North Dakota makes them harder than the South Dakota. The South Dakotans, is that?
No. So I've been, unlike Evan, I've been to South Dakota. Beautiful state, very cool. Mount Rushmore is cooler than you think.
Just more north, I guess.
Well, what do you think? North Dakota has nothing. South Dakota has Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, I'm taking North Dakota, and I'm taking North Dakota, and I'm taking a -4.5. I think they win this game. I don't care if it's South Dakota. North Dakota just does football better. And Trey Lance's little brother, Bryce Lance, is a beast of a receiver at North Dakota State.
That's ball knowledge right there.
So now I have to bet Trey Lance. Oh god.
No, dude. Bryce Lance is a beast, and he plays receiver, not quarterback.
Classic younger brother being better than older brother. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm excited about this game. And
I'm actually going to abstain from my other game that I want to talk about.
Okay.
Let's jump into our Gamecocks here. Hosting the Alabama Crimson Tide, the hottest rolling team in the country. Unless you have something else you want to talk about.
No. I was going to say I didn't even take notes on this game. This is a fuel game. Everything says they should kill us, which is why they won't. It is Thursday, the year of our Lord 2025. Don't know what the date is, the 23rd. And you know what they say about Thursdays. I'm bought back in. Give me Wednesday to grieve, and then Thursday we're in. We win this game.
I don't think there's a world where, here's the thing, I think Lenore Sellers bought out in the year. I think he's accepted his fate. And I think, unfortunately, that the University of South Carolina has bought Lenore Sellers. He's accepted that. We suck at football. Let's get the most out of the year. And he's decided to do what a college kid shouldn't do. And go get his fucking ass blackout drunk on Friday night and take a playbook out of number 5's book. Instead of being the classy guy that Connor Shaw was, he's going full Steven Garcia tomorrow night. He's going full Steven Garcia tomorrow night. He's going to get drunk as shit before the game and be hungover as shit. With his little brother, Jalen Sellers, over receiving yards, if you can find that prop. Lenore Sellers to win this football game. And I don't think they win it in a close game. I think they win by 17, maybe 20.
This is Tennessee from a couple years ago?
It is one of those games where Alabama is walking there a little bit too cocky. A little bit too cocky because they went through that, they had the rough start. And now, the SEC's starting to look kind of bad, and they're going to slack. And Ty Simpson, Caleb Simpson, he's going to be Caleb Simpson tomorrow. He's going to be Caleb Simpson tomorrow. He's going to be looking for that goddamn surfboard. It is Lenore fucking Sellers. Mike Shula is going to be kind of sitting behind. Imagine 2.5 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, Marcus Satterfield kind of got the playbook taken away from him, and you saw something change in the game calling. Yeah. That's where you're going to see this game. Are you going to see Lenore Sellers rushed? Absolutely. Are you going to see the defense step up? Absolutely. Dylan Stewart, 2 sacks. Lenore Sellers wins this football game. I have no doubt in my mind. I'm going to be there screaming my ass off around with another 85,000 cocks. It's going to be a game that shocks the world because that's how the SEC goes this year. It is the game Alabama loses. And they still, listen, and I took them as my national championship favorite. I'm going to stick by that statement, but they lose to the South Carolina Gamecocks this weekend.
Did you take them as your national championship favorite?
As of on the show yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm about to say, because they're in my preseason.
Yeah.
Let me read you a couple teams here, Evan, and Charlie. Let me see if you guys can pick out which team doesn't fit and why. Georgia, Vanderbilt, Missouri, Tennessee, South Carolina.
Missouri.
No, what team doesn't belong there?
In what way?
Never mind, you guys missed it. All those teams are ranked except South Carolina. Those are all the teams that Bama played before South Carolina. Let me read you another list. South Carolina, LSU, Oklahoma. All those teams are ranked with South Carolina. This is the stereotypical sleepy, overlooked game.
Nothing to lose.
We've got nothing to lose. Our season's basically shot. They just came off beating 4 ranked teams, 2 of them on the road, and they have to go back home to play LSU and then go or stay at home, play Oklahoma, a game they're going to want revenge on from last year.
They're looking ahead.
They're not thinking one lick about Columbia, South Carolina this weekend. This is the spot where, kind of similar to last time Alabama was in town, you do the fake field goal, and hopefully he doesn't get called back on a bullshit penalty. Like, you bust out some tricks here. Fuck it. The season's kind of done.
Nothing to lose.
And
This is our Super Bowl.
Run our freshmen. Like, I want to see Sellers. I want to see Murph. I want to see Malik Clark. I want to see these young guys, because that's what we're looking at next year. Give these guys that you need to stay next year their spotlight and let them just do some shit.
I also think Sellers slipping a little bit on Tankathon. Slipping a little bit.
Yes, he's now 30.
Yeah, from a guy who was projected top 5, kind of a guaranteed top 5 pick. I definitely still think he can be, but if he wants to
stay
declare next year, I feel like this second half of the season he's definitely gonna have to step up a little bit, and I think we could see a huge game out of Sellers.
I think we're due a huge game out of Sellers,
We're due.
and also.
He seems to go 100 yards, 300. 100 yards, 300. So,
like I said on yesterday's show, like I can see Stewart transferring if just because he doesn't have the ties to the state, like whatever. I think we either see Sellers leave for the NFL or stay. If this is maybe we're a year early on this, and his 30 years a starter, the offense is a little better, hit the transfer portal again. Listen, I can buy myself into that project for sure, and it all starts.
I'm already in.
It all starts with a big win against Bama, and then big win against Bama, big win against A&M, big win against Clemson. Don't care the rest of the season.
the rest of the SEC shits the bed and gets 4 losses.
No.
But there is a way we win out.
Let's not go insane. Let's not.
I'm thinking
if we don't have that 4th loss, I can talk myself into that. But we have 4 losses.
If we have 4 losses and we make the playoff, I'm telling you right now, I'm streaking the national championship game. And that's a guarantee on camera. I will streak the national championship game wearing a Nobody Asked podcast flag or something.
Dude, not to be dark, but
20 teams.
Do you know how many schools would have to experience a We Are Marshall level catastrophe for us to make the playoffs?
Why do you think I just made the commitment on camera? I am.
Dude, they would have to outlaw football in 52 states.
Well, we already canceled in South Carolina. Maybe Trump does something crazy.
Listen,
maybe we have a civil war, cuts off half the country.
Executive order. Carolina must make playoffs.
Does anyone else have anything to add for the Gamecocks? Listen, I think we are absolutely allowed to cover. There is a world where this is a trip-up game. I'm going to bet South Carolina money line and spread. Those are my notes.
And it's going to be
like 12, right?
Yeah, and I'm going to take Sellers to score a rushing touchdown. It just feels like that's going to happen.
alt line 21.
South Carolina minus
Maybe we don't. Maybe we. If you had Lamar Sellers have a rushing touchdown last weekend, and they ran the ball 3 times on from first and goal from the 6, I want Mike Shula to pay you his salary. It should be synchronized out to 1 million people in the world that have that bet. But let's continue. Boo, give me your favorite bet from this weekend.
Oh, man, I didn't want to go first. There's a lot I like.
All right, I'll go first because I want to talk about it.
Okay.
Kansas.
I knew that was the game you were going to talk
Kansas. Listen, Kansas State fucking sucks at football. Manhattan is in New York. It's not in Kansas. Fuck that. This game is in Lawrence, Kansas. They just got this brand new stadium. Listen, it's not Missouri. It's not their biggest rival. They lost that game. They lost that game in an abysmal fashion. Hopefully that was what you like me to say it.
I do.
Anyways, I love Kansas here. I'm going to buy it down to -2.5 because I don't fucking trust the field goal. But I love Kansas to get it done. And if you like to gamble, I think they win by 10. I think it's a 14-point win for Kansas.
Hey, Ev, what do we say about trends on this show? Kansas State has won the last 17 of these games.
I am now quadrupling down, and take it -3.5. Take it wherever you have it at. I want it locked in. I will take it -3.5 as my favorite bet. I'm going to be a man about it. I'll be a man about it. I will take it as what it is.
That's begging.
Listen, and this is part of the reason I didn't want to go first, because I do have that, and I think it's a great bet. I wanted you to hopefully mention it, because there's a couple. But, yeah, this game was one I wanted to talk about. It's at I'm on Kansas, and this is going to be it makes me nervous, and this is going to be the game that Kansas State gets me on again. Kansas is a better team. They're due at home. I'm going to be happy to ride that one with you.
All right, now give me your other one.
We talk about this team a lot on this show. I'm going to take Arkansas, team total over 28.
Love that. Love
They
that.
haven't
Love
not
that.
That's
scored
nice.
8 points in a game, I don't think, this season. So yeah, Arkansas, team total over 28. I like 56. It's just, I know I can trust this Auburn offense, and I don't know that I can trust this. I know I can trust this Arkansas offense. I don't know that I can trust the Auburn offense, even though I know I can't trust the Arkansas defense.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take 56, like we talked about. I'm going to take 56, 65, 70, what have you. But as far as for the people, because I got to get some points this week, Arkansas, 28, over 28.
Yeah, I love that. I love what you did there with the team total.
Yeah, and
Oh,
I'm
there.
due because Cal just killed me last week, even though they had 21 in the third quarter. But Chuck, yourself.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. Had this one circled, but I'm gonna have to take Vanderbilt money line.
Dude, I love all of. I'm gonna parlay all these too.
I just think for all the reasons we mentioned, game day, Pavia, but it just also feels like it's a game that's kind of years in the making for me. I think this could be a culmination of just so many things, and they win this, they might go 7, 8, something like that. I think Missouri is a good team. Obviously they've got Hardy, pound the pill, but
Pound of the pill.
yeah, it's just a spot where I feel like it's not even a letdown. I think they're just gonna get super excited for it.
So
Super excited.
the people obviously can't see this. I'm gonna, without giving up my other picks, we just literally crossed off by 3 top favorites. That was incredible. That couldn't have worked out better. That was all
So
three
you
of my.
should probably fade us.
Yeah.
And that is not good.
But I'm gonna take all of these. I was gonna take all these regardless, and I'm gonna parlay them out.
And I'm going to have to send it back around in a snake draft action.
Chuck.
So I'd love to go last for my favorite dog.
Chuck, give me your dog. Yeah, I've got a couple here I like too.
Yeah, well, I think I know what Evan's dog was gonna be, so I'm not gonna dog him like that. But we're gonna take Illinois. I think it's
Love it.
it's a game. I'm not worried about the travel. I think put them in first class, do what you got to do, whatever. Get there the night before, however they want to manage it. Pull a Sean McVay. Yeah, I just think it's going to be a shootout, and I think Illinois' offense is just better. And while I like the Washington quarterback, I just think this is a huge letdown spot for them. I love them as dogs. I think they're sitting at 3.5 right now, something like that.
3.5.
Yep, 3.5. So, yeah, give me Illinois.
Man, oh man, there's 2 I love. But this is a good team. They've played well all year. I think I could be getting trapped here. I'm gonna take Eb sloppy seconds. Give me Mississippi State money line at home against Texas.
I love it.
Mississippi State should have won last week against Florida, a team that Texas did lose to. There was a bad interception when they were in field goal range. They could have won that game outright. And I believe that was in the Swamp, if I'm not mistaken. I love them coming back home where they've played well. They've beaten Arizona State. They've been in most every game they've played in. They're kind of like Arkansas with less points in a lot of ways. Arkansas's been in every game. It's because they can score with everybody. Mississippi State's played well. I was in between this game and one other one all day, and I think they're due. They're due
And
at
Texas
home.
should have lost last week.
All right.
Yes, yeah. Texas should have lost. Mississippi State should have won. I think the regress to the
And listen, I came really close to making this decision. I'm not going to pick either of the teams I have slated as my number 1 and number 2 overall picks as my underdogs of the week, because I want this podcast to be shocked in the world when I come on this show on Tuesday. So I'm going to ignore them. I just want this quoted. Now I've said it. The bet's already been made as a parlay, but I'm going to take my third choice. Ole Miss, the Egg Bowl, is going to get 2 winners. I love Ole Miss to win it out. Also, I would like to also note, I just got a text message from some random dude I met at a bar watching the Gamecocks lose to LSU. He will be hanging out with me at tailgate, so that's a good omen. Friends make friends. Friends win football games. Listen, he texted me. That's one of those ones like, hey man, yeah, sure, come. He followed through. Will he be getting an invite to the tailgate? 1,000% for having the balls text me. Hopefully he's a great guy. I don't really know. So we'll figure that out. But listen, Ole Miss, money line, Egg Bowl gets 2 winners. Make that clash happen on Friday after Thanksgiving. Get ready for it.
I love it. I think I think this could be a pick'em.
It should be.
I
Why
think
the
this could be a
fuck is
pick 'em.
Oklahoma favored by 5.5?
I don't get it either. So that would have been my number one choice. Don't leave me hanging. Let's do it.
Do you want to tell the people about the other parlay?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Nope.
That's
Listen,
off the table.
Because when I get to walk on the screen on Tuesday afternoon and say what my weekend was when that hits,
Yeah. Okay.
and I want to quote it, it has already been bet. An hour and a half before this podcast was recorded, I was locked in.
I witnessed it. I tailed it.
That one's not even going in a chat. That one's not even.
Yeah, that is.
Can't even
No
put
one
that out
knows
on
about it. Like it doesn't leave this room. I will be quiet about it until about 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter of the second game, where I literally will probably have to leave the game.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to handle myself.
Just before we get to our parlay and then move to NFL, did y'all have any other dogs? Because I have a couple dogs I do want to mention.
Yeah,
because I'm going to take all these moneyline dogs as well. I'm so excited. This slate is addictive.
It is. I do want to call out Kentucky at home.
Who are they playing?
They're playing Tennessee.
Oh.
But
basketball rival.
Yeah, it is. Like I said last week, think Kentucky could have won. Tennessee coming off of a pretty devastating loss to Alabama. I think they're just it's a hard thing to kind of get up for a game like Kentucky after that, and I think Kentucky is due. I don't think Kentucky's gonna obviously do anything this year, but they're due. They're due for an upset, and I think this could be a spot where they could really get after Tennessee.
Yeah, I sticking to that state. Obviously, the one I was really back and forth with was Memphis and Mississippi State. I do love Memphis here. I'm going to take the money line regardless. Mississippi State is just going to be Mississippi State beating Texas is more fun on the graphic that we'll never make. Although if you are a college media intern or want to be a college intern and work for free, we have a graphics job for you. Hit us up at Evan's number. We'll send it after the show. The last one, this is a hold your nose and bet. Does UNC beat UVA at home this weekend?
Yep.
They should have won last week.
Does Bill get one? Bill get one?
They should have won last week.
Is Chapel Bill back?
Does Bill get one here?
Listen,
they're 10-point dogs.
Did he stop taking Viagra and start fucking coaching football? Who knows?
They're 10-point dogs.
Well, I think after that video, the Pablo video, it's all out there.
Yeah.
It's now all on the table. So I think the monkey's off his back. Everyone knows what the situation is. So let him cook.
They're 10-point dogs. UVA's not. UVA being here doesn't look right. In my head, this is one I can easily convince. The last one I have is Wake Forest. I didn't think they were very good. I think Wake Forest is going to beat SMU though at home.
But let's jump into our parlay, boys.
So yeah, there's this big slate. Evan, send it back to us.
All right, so there's a game I really want to put in this parlay because the parlay has not been working, and so sometimes when the parlay isn't working, you have to reach down deep and pull it out of your heart to make this bet. And you guys can veto this because I have a second choice. But my first pick for this parlay is South Carolina money line. If you guys want to not allow it, my second pick is Tennessee minus 6.5. But I want it on the record. My first choice was South Carolina money line for this parlay. But I will allow, if you guys would like adjustments, I can take Tennessee minus 6.5. Because, listen, it hasn't worked, so sometimes you have to throw shit at a door and hope it sticks.
What do you think, Chuck?
I'd rather spread, but
I will refuse spread. If we're not taking it money line, we're going Tennessee minus 6.5. That's what I will allow an adjustment, and I'm completely okay with it. Because, listen, I am going to the game, either of you guys are, and so I will immediately allow an adjustment on this. But I wanted it for the record.
What about
it is South Carolina money line, or we're taking Tennessee minus 6.5?
Dude, it feels so shitty because if South Carolina does win, we're gonna look like dickheads.
Yes.
There's no sense in the world. That's just a straight bet, not a parlay.
We're over here starving for a college football win.
And listen, sometimes a starving dog has to do starving dog things.
I mean, that's a point. Listen,
we'll take Tennessee minus 6.5.
Hey, which one do you like better? Cause I know you like Kentucky.
No, I'm fine with Tennessee. I know. I just said it could be a letdown spot, but I do think Tennessee could could cover that. I feel like what happened to keeping the
Oh man, Ev, that is you were talking about this all day, and I knew exactly what you were gonna do, and I still wasn't ready for it.
Hey, I mean, I don't think we can really.
Listen,
I don't think we can really dictate.
it's not like we're on a winning streak.
I think if that's Evan's pick, let it ride.
All right, South Carolina money line.
Oh, these odds. These odds are about to get dangerous.
All right, Chuck, you take the next pick while I find Evans.
Oh well, it's Vandy.
Oh, you're taking that for your parlay too.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be juicy.
Give me a second. Y'all riff while I get these picks.
Oh, I mean, dude, listen, I'm all fired up now. Why the fuck do you have to have Fridays? And we don't have a good game on Friday.
Yeah, that's a
Unbelievable letdown.
Dude, yeah.
You can't give me a good Friday game. You talked about it previously. You can't give me this Good Friday game once. Or actually, we've had it multiple previous weeks as well.
It's like
Just
3 episodes in a
entertaining,
row or something
just
like that.
entertaining games, and then give me this nonsense.
I also didn't know the lore of Louisville on Friday nights.
Yeah.
If I would have known that, I would not have taken Miami last week. I just gotta call that out.
All right. Found everything. This is something. So for the record, my parlay pick is Ahmad Hardy anytime touchdown.
I swear to God, that's the one that doesn't hit.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, Ahmad Hardy. He's due. He's not played very well. There hasn't been a good performance from Missouri. He's going to Vandy. We'll know very early in the parlay between Charlie and I's game. But yeah, this parlay, it is plus 1,400. The college football parlay looks for its first win with our longest odds of the season.
We can make up the rest of the season, or the whole season with
We
this.
will make up the rest of the season. Shout out to FanDuel, because I'm going to boost that to plus 1,800.
Oh, love it. Love it.
And I'm going to go up a little bit. So yeah, that's fun. Bet responsibly,
A
kids.
little bit of free advertising for you there, FanDuel.
Yeah, you set a better line than DraftKings.
I cannot believe that's gonna hit.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. South Carolina, man. Okay, let's move on before I realize what I just did.
Hey, that's called dying with your heart. I just want everyone to remember that.
Yeah.
Dying with your heart.
Evan, speaking of your heart, tell us about your Patriots. So give us a preview. This is kind of a weird NFL slate.
Listen,
I've never seen so many touchdown spreads in my life.
Yeah, it's not fun.
I love the Patriots here. Watched what they did last week. They played a bad team again. They won the game, and they progressively just keep getting better at football. It's like basically fucking playing preseason for them in the middle of the year. So, my only notes are here. Don't lose to the Browns, 'cause I swear to God, if we lose to Dylan Gabriel. My goal is I want Shador Sanders in there. Fuck him. Fuck him. You know what? Fucking bring Shiloh Sanders out there as quarterback for all I care. But just start the game better, please. That's all I need. Let's just win the football game. Let's continue our streak. We have Drake May. I'm not worried. I'm a little worried.
What about Myles Garrett?
Not worried. We have Will Campbell.
I'd be a little worried.
Will Campbell is going to put him in the turf.
No, he's not.
That's a good matchup regardless.
I will make a personal bet with Boone that Will Campbell
Does he get a sack? Does Myles Garrett get a sack?
0 sacks against Myles Garrett.
Well, I need a minimum of if they're on the opposite side the whole game, then yeah.
I will put it this way: I don't even care who Myles Garrett's going up against. He has 0 sacks.
Wow, that's
$20.
That's generous. You say, hey, and we're live. So you guys saw that. That was not virtual.
No, 100% Myles Garrett. I'm gonna put that in the parlay, you bitch. I'm just kidding. But no, I mean, listen, this. I'm gonna hammer that though. This Browns defense is ridiculous. This Browns offense is a snooze fest.
You have the most efficient quarterback in NFL history, potentially.
Listen, what's your spread? 6.5, 7.5?
Yep.
I think it's 7.
6.5 was when I saw yesterday.
ESPN's got 7.5, which
Yeah.
I don't have ESPN bet, so that doesn't matter.
It's
just-
every
just
spread is
looking at
7.5 this week.
Yeah, I'll definitely be buying that down to 7 if I were. I'm not sure what my NFL bets are going to look like yet for the whole slate. But if I am going to bet this game, it's going to be the Pats -7. The Browns can only score about 14
The fact
points on
it's in New
offense.
England too.
Yeah.
Um,
I do think the Patriots are going to have a regression spot at some point where they trip up. I don't think it's against Cleveland. All due respect to the great people of Northeast Ohio.
Whoa. No respect to them from me. Fuck
Sorry.
the state of Ohio.
Sorry, I forgot.
It's the worst. It's just an awful place to live. I apologize. Listen, I think you guys should get repercussions for having to live there. Puerto Rico should probably become the 50th state in the country. I'd get rid of Ohio. Maybe give that to Uzbekistan. I don't really know. Listen, I know Trump's trying to...
Hold on, repercussions or reparations?
I'll be honest, actually, repercussions for choosing... I bet reparations, but repercussions, like who chooses to live there?
Right.
Anyways, back to what I'm
Even
originally
LeBron
saying.
got out of town. Twice.
I don't know why Trump decided to put an air base in fucking Montana or whatever it is. Just have the whole state of Ohio for Qatar. That can be your base.
Put all the data centers there.
Yeah.
What if you just made a greater lake?
Oh, just get rid of
A
it?
greater lake.
That'd be
The
sweet.
greatest
Yeah.
lake.
We just drown it?
The greatest lake.
Listen, we're going to move you guys out. We'll
That
pay
could
for you
work.
guys to move somewhere else. Yeah. I'm in.
The
I'm in.
greatest lake.
I'd get a house in that lake, actually.
Yeah, it'd be great property.
I do wonder.
We just
though,
lost our 4 Ohio listeners, but sorry guys.
If you are a Browns fan, though, are you not super frustrated with how they manage this team? Because if you had a competent quarterback and you kind of did in Flacco a little bit,
Dude, Baker Mayfield was there 4 years ago.
but like,
Well, no. Quarterback's going to die. That's the problem with Ohio. You go to Ohio and you lose. It's not anything
I
to
don't
do
know.
with
Will
the-
Howard left Kansas for Ohio and he had a pretty good time.
It's adult life because like college
Okay.
life isn't real.
Yeah, okay.
College life is not real. We've all accepted that. It's
they
the
used
best-
all their juice on Ohio State.
Yeah, you're out. Adult. I mean, look, even LeBron left.
That's what I just said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
He left, missed it, came back,
Came
like, no,
back,
fuck
said,
that.
no,
Yeah,
I'm
not-
out of here.
not
Should
shit
try it
for
again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Steph Curry left as well. People don't realize. Another kid from Akron.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
that's the fourth worst city in Ohio. When you're the fourth worst city in Ohio,
do you have what's your worst cities in Ohio? Do you have a top 5?
so listen, Cincinnati's the best city. That's not saying much. Columbus second.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ohio State. Actually, that might be a swip. Columbus 1, Cincinnati 2.
Dayton.
Shit.
I heard Cleveland
Dayton
isn't
3.
bad.
Akron 4. I actually went to this really great town in Ohio called Springfield. It's out in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by absolutely nothing Ohio related. So that's 5. And then we got 6 is Cleveland.
All right. Let's.
You can only live there half the year.
Do you have anything else to add on your Patriots besides Drake May's awesome?
No, he's just beautiful.
Charlie. Panthers. Good
Yeah.
Spot. They put their undefeated at-home record on
Oh
the line.
man, this game is either going to be a close one or a blowout. It's all dependent on if Bryce is going to suit up. We saw him walking around today with no boot, practicing by himself. He's a tough guy. I mean, you kind of got to be a tough guy. I think at his size
When
to
you're
play.
5'3",
yeah, to play in the NFL. If he can get going,
Dude, I might be taller than Bryce.
Sorry.
it's the. I'm 5'9", so will the camera get him? That's my favorite Bryce Young bash. But I think the spread's sitting at like 7.5. The 500 record is definitely in jeopardy. This one.
7.5.
Bills have also lost twice in a row, so
That's nerve-wracking.
that's very nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
It is like getting into kind of must-win territory for the Bills almost. The only thing that doesn't worry me is the Bills' defense. I think it's Swiss cheese. It's been so many teams have ran on it this year. I think Rico Dowdle's gonna have another big game. Him or Chuba. Yeah, it could be one that. I mean, I want to go. I want to go
You
this
should
week.
go.
I
It's
think-
here.
Yeah,
You should go.
I know. I'd love to see Josh Allen play. I'd love to see us beat Josh Allen. But yeah, it's all going to just come down to whether Bryce can play or not. Because I do not want to see Andy Dalton play a full game. That's going to be rough. That's going to be rough.
Now that you're saying that, Chuck, I don't like any of the lines in this week, but maybe there's some overs to be had. That one, there could be...
The over could hit, but I'm telling
46
you,
and a half?
when Andy Dalton went in for a
I
whole
keep
quarter
forgetting
and a
Andy
half,
Dalton.
we did not get a first down.
I literally just made an Oompa Loompa song.
We
joke.
did not get a
I
first
didn't
down.
comprehend Bryce Young's not playing.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
doubtful. Like I said, he's
Yeah.
he's kind of on the edge.
It's still hit. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah. Well, speaking of teasing and speaking of giant spreads, let's let's hear your thoughts on the Colts this week.
Listen, I think we're gonna win. There's gonna be mostly no game that you hear me say I don't think we're gonna win at this point. Even though I don't think we're a perfect team, I think that there's a lot of people still waiting for things to hit. This is definitely a trip-up game. The spread is huge. I feel like there's no research to back this up, but I feel like every weekend the biggest spread somehow is a outright loser. That feels like that's what always happens. You look at the one over 10.
NFL.
Yeah,
Vegas makes the call.
Yeah, exactly. There's a couple good things here. Josh Downs tracking to be back. He's big for our offense. And then Jalen Jones, hopefully, I think he got activated from IR this week. He's our number 2 corner. He hasn't played all season. So hopefully he's tracking to be back. I don't know if he'll play this game. Kenny Moore has looked good last week in his return. But we still probably won't have Trevarius Ward. So corners, again, still not looking great, but I don't know that they have receivers to throw the ball to. I don't know that they have really much going for them. I do think they cover. I'm not going to lie. I do think they cover. I think we're just due to have a weird game. I think we win. The one thing that makes me nervous about this game is this is a survivor pool buster. Thousands of people in our pool take the Colts, and it ends up being good for us because we can't even take the Colts. But
yeah.
This game makes me nervous because it could be a survivor pool that classic one you get at some point in the season, where it's the worst team in the NFL versus a top team. And there's a 2 touchdown plus, spread.
If this is the one that they lose, I gotta say that would be hilarious.
It would make sense.
It would
make sense, honestly. But yeah, I mean, I think we'll win this game. It's just this Colts team has been. I think a lot of Colts fans, if you're honest, would agree with this statement too. This success came so far out of left field for most of us that I'm still waiting for the shoe to drop. You know what I mean?
Well, did you see the Daniel Jones kind of bit where the reporter was like, "We all didn't have you going this far. Like, I think some of us thought we knew this and thought we knew." And Daniel Jones just goes, "Well, you must not know much."
No, I didn't see that.
I
have not seen that either.
It's good. It's good. I think Daniel Jones is playing obviously some of the best ball in the league right now. So, I don't know. This one doesn't feel like the one that he slows down. But man, if they did lose after being 14-point spread favorites, that would just be classic NFL.
It would be great for the survivor pool.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm not willing to take that hit. Do we want to talk about any games, or do we just want to get right into the categories? Who went? Oh, Charlie, I guess you went last for your favorite last time, so go ahead and give us your first favorite.
Yeah. My best bet / favorite. Evan's not gonna like this, but I got the Steelers this week.
Well, hey, I've sworn off my Steelers slander. Listen, Ben, I still have yet to receive the Venmo. If you want me to get back on the Steelers slander and you guys want to win games, Evan-Johnson-2.
No, I think and shout out Ben Risco, our number 1 fan. Cheers to you. It's sitting at 2.5 right now. I just think it's a night game in Pittsburgh. Tomlin as an underdog, and it also just comes down to the fact I have not seen enough from the Packers to call them.
So are you taking the spread, or are you taking money line?
I think money line,
because they're plus points right now.
No, I know. I
Okay.
mean, I love the
balls on that one.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Definitely love the money line. I mean, I don't like a 2.5.
Where's his favorite dog?
No, that's dude. I realized halfway through that neither of my dogs work for this.
But no, like I said, it's Tomlin at night, home game. I mean, Green Bay's they've got away with a lot this season. I feel like,
and we thought they were good.
And we thought what was it that
Lions game,
and then the week 2. I don't know, maybe the Commanders week 2.
I remember.
And it's also just classic. I've watched enough Steelers football to know where that Bengals game, I said it last week, was a huge letdown spot. 4-1, they were kind of playing above their means, and now they've had it. Mm-hmm. Now they've had it. They come back home. They play a Packers team that I think is a little bit, too high right now. And Aaron Rodgers is healthy. He's still healthy, even after being tackled by a 300-pounder. He's still healthy.
That was a great video if you haven't seen it. Great video if you have not seen that.
Absolutely crazy. I just had to relook at the lines because I realized that I had the Niners.
Reevaluate.
I had the Niners and the Steelers.
Well,
and I was like, shit, neither of those even work.
There's no shortage of dogs this week, though. There's no shortage.
Yeah, they're just massive dogs. Regardless, I'm going to go to my favorite, and there's a couple favorites I really like. One of them's tonight, so I can't take it. Obviously, the show wouldn't be out in time. I do like the Chargers -3.
Mm-hmm.
But this team has stunk all season. All season.
You bastard! You're
Yeah,
gonna take
I
mine.
know. You went first in college. This team has stunk all season. They have to have it to get their second win of the season at home, off a bye, against the Bears team that's riding high. Give me the Ravens -6.5 as it's listed right now. There's no team in football in the last 20 years that has needed to win more than the Ravens this Sunday at home.
Question: Is Lamar Blaze It Up Jackson back this week?
He better be.
Okay.
I'm betting with the knowledge that he is because he's projected points.
He looked healed this week. He looked very healthy.
Unlike the Survivor pool, you cannot change this once this is locked in.
I know. I know. But I do think I think that they have to win this game.
So that's fair. I like the pick.
It is a back against
I like
the
the
wall.
pick. I mean, that's what my pick was.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's a great pick. Great pick. And listen, I hate to do this. I really do. But listen, they're the young gunslinger. Give me the Patriots -7.5. I like that. I have them down as -6.5 in my book. I will take the 7.5 like a man. I love Drake May. Just a team climbing who may be the best team in the AFC after this weekend. We'll see. Come next week.
I do like that bet.
A lot of points for a potential boring game.
Yeah.
I think
But
the
I
Patriots
do
might
think
put
they
up
win.
90.
No, but the Patriots.
90 is an exaggeration.
Yeah, yeah.
30. I like to divide by
How have the
3.
Patriots been at home this year?
I don't know.
They've been alright, besides the Steelers. As long as we reduce the
That
fumbles.
was a fluke game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Steelers stink.
Send it back around. What was your favorite dog?
I hate them all.
I do too.
But I'm going to go Cowboys. I have to step in. I have to take something.
You got me back.
I had to take the Cowboys. I have to take the Cowboys.
All right, you got me back on that one. Fuck you.
I do gotta say, I love the Cowboys almost too much this week.
Yeah.
And that's why I think the Broncos.
I didn't like anything else.
Have you also seen? There's now a term, Dak shots.
Yeah.
Which is going around. So, Dak, if you're listening, let's see him this week. My number one fantasy quarterback. We love you.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else I really liked. It's a tough week for dogs.
I mean,
We're talking money lines.
Oh well, I've got my dog all nice and wrapped up. If you're still hunting over there.
yeah, you can go. You can take it. You can go for it.
All right, let's go back to what some are saying is a revenge game. Give me the Giants. Give me the Giants. I think the Giants have been playing.
What do you mean a revenge game?
They won the first game.
Yeah.
Well, no, revenge game for revenge game for the Eagles.
Yeah, yeah.
Is what I meant
Okay.
to say. So a lot of Philly fans, right, saying, "Oh, they're coming in, they're coming to the bank. We're gonna rout them." But the Giants are just that team. Every single week, you think they're gonna get blown out, and every single week, Cam Scatterbo rams his head into someone in the end zone after the play's over,
Hey,
and they keep it close.
what's that dinosaur's name that has just like the fucking hard skull on top of its head?
Oh.
You're the
No.
Listen, my autism from a dinosaur's went away once my long story.
The
We'll get into-
Helmetosaurus.
I'm gonna have to look it up. Somebody needs to know the name. My favorite dinosaur of all time, for all those watching, is an iguanodon. Shout out to Aladar. Rocks for jocks. When they made me lick rocks twice, I'm like, hey, listen, maybe this isn't the class.
You weren't a jock though.
Eh.
All right, I'm moving on. I found my dog. It is a stinky. This is a mutt. He's been outside for 6 weeks. He hasn't had a meal in 6 weeks. He's playing an old guy on the road. The guy used to play for him. Pardon my memes. This is for you. Give me the Jets money line at Cincinnati.
I kind
The
of love it.
Bengals can't defend. The Jets can't score. Which one of these forces wins out? Joe Flacco, he found something, but I as somebody who watched the Joe Flacco experience personally last year, he's done. He's over the hill. This team is going to get just close enough for Joe Burrow to play to try to get in at like 7-10 or something, but the Bengals are going to go down the stretch and lose infuriating games and win games they shouldn't. They probably shouldn't have beaten the Steelers last week, even though we were on Bengals money line. I don't think they should lose to the Jets. That's exactly what they'll lose to the Jets. Give me Jets money line.
I hate it.
Listen,
I
the
think
Jets
Jets
suck
bad.
so bad, but the Jets
I
are
have
due for a
Eagles
win.
-7 is one of my favorites, so I want to hear from you. The Eagles aren't going to lose at home to the Giants after just losing.
Hey, listen, I do have to step in here for a second to clarify some dinosaur knowledge. Pachycephalosaurus.
You definitely,
Pachycephalosaurus?
nailed it.
Pachycephalosaurus.
Sure.
Yeah, I
No
mean,
doubt.
listen, I mean, I was really hoping it was something nice and easy like Triceratops. It was not.
That's where my mind went.
Yeah, like really not helping me out. If you guys look at this name, guys, I mean, we need to just talk about him.
Let's see.
Can we get a translation?
Pachycephalosaurus.
Pachycephalosaurus.
I'm not sure who's the worst.
And that's hooked on phonics.
Style.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go back around with my parlay pick. And listen, if there's one thing about me, it's I'm a slut for an anytime touchdown. I'm a slut
You've been
for
hitting
it.
them though.
Rashee Rice has been in the cooler for the last couple weeks. I looked at all of his props. I wanted one of them. I wasn't sure which one. Ultimately, I decided they're going to keep working him in. They're going to have a lot of fun against a bad Commanders defense. I'm sorry to the couple of you I know.
It's an Arrowhead too,
It's gonna be bad. He had 2 last week. He's gonna continue that trend. Give me Rashee Rice anytime touchdown. That's my
Love it.
Yeah, and I honestly wouldn't put it past the Chiefs to cover in this one.
No, me
I
neither.
know it's 12 and a half, but I love that. Because he's got a lot of... He's unloading the clip.
Charlie?
It's the parlay.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick with Steelers. Except, give me Steelers +3.
Steelers plus.
And
Give me
that's it.
Steelers +3.
I'm gonna go back around to what's fucked us all weekend. I'm just feeling lucky this weekend.
This should be good.
He's due for one. Stephon Diggs, anytime touchdown.
All right, y'all riff while I build this.
I'm just looking at a few other games here.
Oh, I got something y'all can talk about while we're doing this. In the gambling corner, Gumball had a big day in the gambling world. 30 arrests, 18.
30?
Yeah, this headline says. Hold on.
So I thought they were connected, but they're separate.
No, this headline says 30 plus arrests, 11 states, nationwide takedown.
Well,
Chauncey Billups was doing poker.
No. Apparently that's not true. Apparently he was. It doesn't matter. Like, no, they were
They're
just
just-
throwing them as separate
in it
entities, throwing games. Not necessarily connected. They're not necessarily connected, but part of the same ring. It started, I guess, as poker debts, is what I'm reading. I don't know how true this is. I'm just going off of headlines. It started as poker debts, and they started throwing games. Him and Terry Rozier.
Well, I saw the Rozier clip. Apparently, also someone called this with Rozier about a year ago.
Yeah, they did.
And highlighted all these clips where he's just playing completely terribly. I also gotta say, Terry Rozier, you're making $325,000 a game. What the fuck are you doing? Collecting a bag for $200,000. I mean, I guess he must have really been in some shit.
Well, he's
because
playing
those
poker with
economics
the
are
mafia.
just not adding up.
It's like rounders. You know, he's playing poker with the wrong guys, and now he's in trouble. He's in a lot of
There's
trouble.
82 games in a
Listen,
year.
also, we need to talk about this as well. On this same note, what's going to happen with college football here now? You guys know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
NIL
Yeah.
allowed professional sports gambling to athletes and
It's-
adjacent staff. Listen, you give an 18-year-old kid from the hood that's grown up on food stamps and no money, you give him $400,000 a year, he is going to go gamble the shit out of that and get in serious debt.
They don't even have a prefrontal cortex that's been fully developed.
I mean, listen-
their risk is not there.
Like firsthand, look at people that don't have prefrontal cortexes developed that had issues with that coming up. They're in trouble. They're in trouble, and we didn't have that kind of money.
Yeah, you can read Evan's autobiography all about his journey with lack of prefrontal cortex.
It's not going to be an autobiography. It's going to be someone else writing it. I might be a script.
So, boys, that to take it back to sports off the books, that was great riffing. That helped me really. Build
It's
that.
easy to talk about
I built it-
scandals.
I built it on 2 different books and checked the better odds. DraftKings or FanDuel again beat out DraftKings, at least on this man's book, plus 810. So we got some big.
I like it.
Do not do this if you're listening out there. Don't even think about parlaying all 6 of those picks together. Don't even consider.
I would.
Don't do that. Don't even consider
You'll be
doing
too
that.
rich. You
Yeah.
won't know what to do.
All
You'll,
of your friends you won't have real friends anymore.
you'll be richer than Terry Rozier.
We do require a 10% kickback. Just to pay for a new microphone. But,
And if you want more of these live, actually,
yeah.
if you enjoyed the live show, like, hey, heads up.
Yeah, drop us a comment if you're a random viewer, if you're a regular watcher.
subscriber. Well, whatever it's gonna be.
If you're one
We
of our,
love the comments.
if you're one of our usuals,
Yeah.
Again, I'm sorry. I don't think we're gonna get into any of the soccer of the week. It was great. Tune into the Twitter. We'll keep updates on that there. There's just too much to get into.
We've got plenty of time for soccer as well. We've got plenty of time.
This is just beginning of the Champions League, so it doesn't really matter.
You guys also have an exciting off-season segment coming to you guys where each week we're going to have a 10-minute segment where they try to teach me soccer, and I refuse. We make it a skills competition at the end of the segment. We'll see if that's going to be the conclusion.
Yeah,
But
Evan grew up a lacrosse player, so for all our soccer viewers, teaching Evan what offside is in soccer versus what it is in lacrosse, that's gonna be a good one.
We're gonna need you to grow a mustache though.
I do grow a pretty good mustache. I will not lie to the viewers. I do use Just for Men.
Advertising on this podcast.
I'm not saying I'm Riley Green, but I learned from the best.
Listen, we'll mention you. We scratch your back, you scratch our back. Our Venmo, Evan already told you the Venmo. Anyways, let's finish the show out. We got our survivors tonight. Unfortunately, we can't pull it up there because we're live today, so I can't share my screen.
I'm nervous, boys. I'm nervous.
Just
Had the
know
hoods up.
Just know that we can share it with you.
I got a few.
So
Actually, I got two. So
here's what we're working with. I don't hate the Chargers. I think the Chargers are going to win that game. We've already talked about the Giants, but Charlie doesn't like that. I do like the Ravens.
Okay. Pause right
Actually,
there.
y'all go.
Pause right there and tell me what you see.
Falcons.
Come on. We got a guy every week exposing himself for how bad of a quarterback he is. We got a coach who's begging to be fired every single
But
week.
it's a classic Falcons lose game.
It's at home.
It's a classic Falcons lose game. Falcons play. Listen. Someone told me the last time the Falcons played an away game. I just feel like every time I watch the Falcons play, it's away.
Panthers.
I just think it's not even about the Falcons to me. I think it's like the Dolphins are just
So dead.
dead.
I also
and
kind of love the Jets.
I do too, but that can't be that.
I'm gonna be honest.
This is,
I kind of love the Jets.
That's my part.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to veto the Jets. I'm gonna have to lay my.
I don't hate the 49ers either.
I don't hate the Chargers
at
tonight.
Texans. I like the Chargers tonight, but historically, the ones we've lost in
We
Thursday
have
night
lost
games.
the Chargers.
Well, we've lost Thursday games. We lost on the Chargers. We
Yeah.
lost on the Rams.
My only worry about the Ravens is, do they remember how to win?
It's the Bears.
The Bears aren't bad.
No, it's a classic Bears lose game. They look good.
Yeah.
I'm Ravens, Chargers, A1.
You talked yourself in and out of the Falcons.
I've talked myself out of the Falcons.
Did we save Chiefs?
Yeah,
Or did we
should.
already pick them?
We don't have to. No, we haven't used the Chiefs yet.
Yeah.
I'm
I think
gone.
the Chiefs are going to be like a wagon down the
All
stretch.
right, when are we gonna get a better shot at the Falcons? Is what I'm getting at though.
I don't know.
Because
When are we gonna get a
we
better
know they're
shot?
not beat.
I think we can be okay with never picking the Jets. Like we don't ever have to pick the Jets.
Could we just get it out? Should we just get it out of the way tonight?
We could, but then that's like such a bummer. of a
I think the
weekend.
Chargers will have better opportunities for it again. Like
I like the Chargers tonight because they got embarrassed last week.
Alright, back in the Falcons. Falcons locking in.
the
I can't have any
Chargers.
more
The
conversation.
Chargers play the Titans next week.
Okay, Falcons.
Falcons.
I just think it's the most
Falcons.
logical.
Before I have a panic attack.
The three that I like the most were the Falcons. The
Like
Chargers,
if we lose,
and the
if we
Ravens.
lose to the Dolphins, so be it. That's what I'm saying, I guess. But we lost
Well,
on
I
some
mean-
fluke shit.
That's like twisting the gears on the plane I'm getting on, kind of thing. You know. Okay, we're in. We're in on the Falcons.
All right, Michael Penix. Sorry,
Oh.
we are behind you. Kyle Pitts is firing all cylinders. Bijan might be the best running back in the league.
All right, we're done.
It's in our hand. Thank y'all. Good to be in person. I hate that I'm leaving tonight, but go Gamecocks. I hope you have some good success. This was fun.
Listen, and I cannot wait to talk to you guys live on Tuesday with the parlay in the history of the parlays.
Maybe with a new Rolex on from Evan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot to catch up on from this weekend. It's going to be a fun slate. Just because of how much we hated the dogs, I think we're going to have a lot of dogs went out right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
But till next time, y'all. Thank you.
Till next time.